भाई ये पेपर बहुत ज़्यादा हार्ड था यार, मैं क्या बोलूँ। मतलब कितनी भी मैंने जितनी भी पढ़ाई करी अपने पूरे साल, बहुत हार्ड था। मैं क्या करूँ क्या करूँ।
And if this is the statement you are giving after coming out from the examination hall, this means that you haven't studied at all. And this case is not with me because the whole year I studied. There was something which I remembered, and a bit of revision also helped me. And there were so many questions which are known to me. I saw some questions of which I knew that I did its answer, but I couldn't remember it. But then also I attempted all of the questions. So in total, there were 33 questions. And now I'm going to tell you that how I gave my exam. So as earlier, the way I gave in my physics exam, it was same, that I started from the last session, that is section E. I also gave the chemistry mock test, you can say, the day before yesterday, and this section took me around 1 hour 15 minutes. But today when I was doing it, I saw some questions which were too easy. I knew that there were just formulas, like the namings were just to be written, but as there was crystal field splitting energy question, so I thought that it might be lengthy. So I did this one, which took me a lot of time just because of these five question asked. The section E took a lot of time. Then there was the last question, of which I did the first part, and it was too easy because we just had to put the nurse equation, so it was easy. Then later, after doing section E, I did section D, in which there was no MCQ type question, all was written type, subjective type. Then I came to section C, and in section C, all the questions were easy, but the most hard questions, which I felt like they are the most hardest, was the reasoning one, because reasoning is like they can come from anywhere in the chapter, and from chapter biomolecules, and another is D and F block, which contains a lot of questions from which the reasoning questions can be made. As you can see that vitamin C is from biomolecules, but these questions were a bit of easy to convert or to find the answer. This was a bit harder for me, and so I thought to do it. They were, these three were too simple, that I just, by seeing the name of these IUPAC, name of the compound, I just made it, and I got to know that in this phytic reaction is to be applied, in this HBr with peroxide is to be applied, so they were easy. And in last, the section B, in this question was a bit tricky for me, and this one also. I didn't left it, I just wrote anything in the place of the ABCD, so I don't know what is the correct answer, but I know that this is the correct answer. And these both were also reasoning question, but this was a bit related to knowledge of ideal and non-ideal gases, which was asking about the deviations, so I wrote the negative deviation. This question, which gave us two liquids X and Y, just let me know that I am correct or wrong. And one more thing, after coming from there, after coming from school, I thought that I should check that are my MCQs correct or not. I saw this is incorrect, this is incorrect, this is incorrect, this is incorrect, and at last this was correct, this was correct. This was the question in which I take without any thinking, but then also answer C was correct. Then I got demotivated that if in the same manner just keep on solving, so I think I won't be motivated for the next exam, so I stopped it. So just let me know about that question in which I did the answer negative deviation. And these were the questions which were too confusing to me, because in boiling point I forgot that the branch was directly proportional or inversely proportional. Then the MCQs, in MCQs I did it in last 40 minutes, and at around half of the MCQs were there which were easy. I just did take without any calculation. So approximately I think I can score at around 40 marks, which is the maximum I think, because there are a lot of mistakes. Although I attempted all of the questions, but I didn't knew all the questions answer. So this is my review, and my set was set 2 of 5612. So this is the chemistry paper review. So now the chemistry exam is over, and the next exam, which is mathematics, now I'll be focusing on that. And there is only one thing required, that is to practice the questions. So there is only one task to do in these 8 days vacation, the holidays vacation, or we can say the gap vacations. And also tell me that how your chemistry paper was, because this was not as hard as the students and teachers were predicting, that if physics exam is also hard, so in the same way chemistry might also be. But it was not that hard. And in my class, some of the students were there, they were struggling to write the answer of the questions. And mainly I just followed the one tip of the teachers, that if you don't know the answer of the questions, so just write the formulas or write something related to that chapter. I was not getting anything about the biomolecules, so I just made that structure which is very common in that chapter, biomolecules. I made the structure of glucose. And in this question, it was asking for the reaction of D-glucose with NH4OH and acetic anhydride. So I just made the diagram of D-glucose and just reacted them with it. And I don't want to know the answer of this question, because again I'll get demotivated. In total, the paper was average. And let me know in the comment section about how your exam was.